Because Peacock, y'all gonna have me pay a subscription fee. And that's just what it is. Because how dare you give me one episode? You know I'm gonna want the other two? That's crazy. So yes, as you can read by the title, we're gonna get into the Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip, okay? Let's just talk about who's on the cast, right? So we have Kenya and Cynthia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have Kyle from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We have Melissa and Teresa from Real Housewives of New Jersey. And I think we have Ramona and Luann from Real Housewives of New York. I think I broke that down right. I believe I did. So when we start the episode off, it's nothing but just, you know, the girls video chatting each other, just talking about the girls, the trips, the rooms. They got 6 rooms, but it's 7 women, right? Because one room they didn't really count necessarily as like an actual bedroom, because it was like a bunk bed type of, you know, guest space or whatever. But nonetheless, all 6 rooms are like master suites. To me, that's what it looked like, honestly. They all had showers and shit in them, so, you know. So now we're boarding the plane. Okay, everybody's getting, you know, comfortable talking to each other and everything like that. So you see, they have like a little discussion about who put Bravo on the map as far as the Housewives franchises go, right? So Ramona said, hey, you know, we are the ones, we the bitches that started it all. Okay, so in a way, you hoes should thank us because we put y'all on, right? Of course, everybody was chuckling like, sis, sit down, because I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? What's so crazy, though, is that I've never really watched any of the other Housewives except for the Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, that's when I actually got into watching Housewives. And I started their seasons on Hulu, because at the time, they only had 1 season when I first started watching them. And by the time I was interested in watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, yeah, they've been on for years, okay? And I just hate to jump in and don't even know the establishments of any type of relationships, situations, whatever. So I was like, I ain't gonna worry about it. Because they kind of like the Grey's Anatomy, okay, of fucking reality TV. Just gonna say that, okay? So then Cynthia decided, you know what, let me tell you why I feel like my homegirl, my bestie, deserves the master suite. She going through a divorce, and it's the first time in 2 years she's been away from her little girl. Now, I can't remember who said it, but I think it was Kyle. I think she mentioned like, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can all give a reason why we deserve the master bedroom. I mean, I think we're all, you know, been through something or going through something. Ramona felt like, you know what, cool, I understand divorce is rough. You know, she gave her take on when she went through her divorce. And she said, you know what, she can have a master suite and I want the next best thing. Right? Y'all. So we doing a little more chit-chatting, and all of a sudden, we got Ramona calling Kenya a bitch. Okay? And it popped off just a little bit. And when I first watched it, because I watched it twice. Because the first time I fell asleep, y'all, don't judge me. I had just got work. This bed was real comfortable, and I was tired. Okay, but the first time I watched it, I was like, ma'am, you're the one that just said you was married, and then you started flirting with this man when y'all was on vacation, when you was filming your show. I'm like, so how you gonna get mad and say that she's not understanding what you're saying, and that's what you said? But then as I look back, I'm thinking like, maybe that was a trigger for her, because I know oftentimes, especially when your man cheating and you decide to step out, you know, and whether she was going through the divorce or not, people do have a habit of blaming the woman for any and everything when it comes to the marriage or whatever like that. So I think she just didn't want it to come out or come off as like, I was married and I was cheating on my husband, when the whole, you know, during her show, her husband was the one really cheating on her. So I think that was just like a little sensitive trigger spot for her, and that's why she responded the way that she did. Plus, honestly, they drinking, so she a little lit, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's where the miscommunication came from. But I will say, I am glad that Ramona apologized. Like, she really did. Like, she just owned up to it. She was like, you know what, I probably took it wrong. And I was like, oh shit. Okay then. So we fast forward, right? We're on the ride to the oh guys, I actually forgot to mention when Melissa told Teresa that Ramona said that she reminds her of a scarecrow. Of the scarecrow, right? Off the Wizard of Oz. And the fact that Teresa was sitting there and the dots weren't connecting for her, I was like, yo. But the second time I watched it, honestly, we don't know how long this car ride was. We don't know what the conversation they was having before that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was one of those, like, caught off guard moments. Hell, for all we know, Teresa could have just woke up from a nap and she was like, oh, and Melissa was like, oh yeah, by the way. So, but when she was trying to compare the Tin Man and the Scarecrow being the same, or basically trying to say like, well, since I'm a Scarecrow, bitch, you're a Tin Man. Because to her, she was like, they both don't have a fucking brain. It was, that was a whole moment, okay? I was just like, I understand where you was trying to go, but we just gonna leave it alone. Let's just leave it alone, you know? So, we get to the house, right? Now, what I didn't understand about this whole part, everybody was upset because Ramona ran in the house trying to find her room, right? I'm assuming there was like this, I guess this understanding about how they were going to go into the house. I'm assuming, because I don't know about y'all, but for me, I feel like, right, this is a big trip with several women, right? We all want a nice room, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily I would be fighting over a room, but I probably would be like Ramona and be going in the house like, oh, that look nice, that look nice. Okay, what room this is? Oh, that look nice too. Okay, what room is that? Okay, let me compare these two rooms. I probably would be in there because I'm like, but before I even get comfortable and be like, oh, the sights. Oh, look, it has this over here. Oh, I want to make sure that where I'm going to spend this next week, it's going to be nice. It's going to be what, you know, I feel like I'm happy with. You know what I'm saying? I already got to spend a whole week with you bitches. You damn right I want to sleep in a room that's to my liking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the room she chose was not the best room in the house either. Like, I just didn't understand that. I just couldn't get with what they was talking about. I just felt like they was making a big deal out of nothing, because I'm like, who doesn't try to get the best room when they go on trips? Not to say you're going to actually have a whole verbal argument over who gets what room, but you do try to make sure, like, shit, I'm trying to slide up in here and get this room real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes the trip fun anyway, if y'all are good sports. Now, if you just gonna start trying to, you know, argue and hit a bitch over a room, then no. But since it's like, it's funny, you know what I'm saying? And you have like little fake arguments about it. It's supposed to be like a cooler thing, but I don't know. Y'all was acting real crazy. So then we cut to everybody, you know, I guess they're eating like a lunch, light lunch or whatever. And everybody, wait, before I even get to that, I almost forgot about the whole shower scene with Ramona. I was like, if she just told the cameraman to get out of the room while because she's finna get in the shower, why the hell would nobody tell everybody else, like, hey, she's in the shower? Now y'all seen this woman's whole body. And honestly, if I was Ramona, which she really, I don't think she gave a fuck, because I wouldn't, because bitch, like, I'm in the shower, fuck you on. I was like, you don't hear that shower running, can you? Close the damn door, okay? So now they're finna eat their light lunch, right? So Ramona came downstairs and she said she had on nipple covers, a thong with a nice little cover up on or whatever. And everybody named Mama was like, no, she don't, got her ass cheeks out. Oh my God, she naked. Oh my God. And I'm like, y'all, this woman is, I don't know how many years old. Her body don't look bad, okay? And it ain't like she really came downstairs just with a string tied around her titties and a string tied around her ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, chill out. Damn, like, why y'all staring her ass so hard? Jesus, a little booty she got anyway. Why is y'all staring so hard? Just eat your lunch. Enjoy your lunch, right? So then after that, right, they're finna get ready to go to, what is that place called? I think it was called something, I don't know, y'all, but it was a restaurant on the beach, okay? And this is where we meet up with Ramona's friend. Josh is his name. John, Bill, I don't know what his name is. But we meet up with him. And, you know, Ramona flirting a little bit, you know what I'm saying? The girls picking at her, they teasing her or whatever. And so then, child, we break out into this whole conversation, y'all, about Ramona being an asshole and she just being selfish, and it seemed like she's not here to really get to know nobody or to make friends, and you know, all this and all that, right? So Cynthia, I'm just sorry, y'all, but I do want to point this out. Kenya and Cynthia looked like goddesses. Yo, when I tell y'all, queens, when I tell y'all, they just was radiating just this. They looked good. Okay? I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It was amazing. It was amazing. I was like, yes. Kill me. Take me out of here. Okay? They was fucking amazing. They looked so good. So freaking good. But anyway, back to this beach. So, Cynthia decided to take Ramona aside to try to talk to her and try to help her see where everybody else was coming from. Now, Kenya said that, you know, on their franchise, Cynthia is the peacemaker. So, you know, as she's sitting down and talking to Ramona and explaining it to her, Ramona gets it, you know what I'm saying? And I will say this, right? Because they started to tease her about being the apologizer or whatnot. But honestly, I feel like the one thing I like about Ramona is she is who she is. But if she's wrong, she will admit that and she'll apologize for it. I like how direct she is, you know what I'm saying, as well. Because I feel like, you know, even if, you know, people come from all different kinds of backgrounds. So her directness may come off as kind of like too brutal or real, like just an asshole statement. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it. And I think for her, it's just like, well, this is how it is, you know, where I'm from. Like, everybody talks like this. It's not necessarily like a disrespect thing or trying to be rude thing. You know, I honestly was kind of just like, hey, you know, I can't be mad at that. And I like the fact that she's willing to try to improve herself and how she come across to other people. You know, I honestly felt like in this first episode, it's easy to kind of make her like the bad guy, the villain or whatever, but I think she's just misunderstood. So she apologizes to the group and to the girls and stuff like that. And so then Teresa, she brought up the fact that, hey, no, you still called me a scarecrow, and bitch, I ain't over that shit. The fuck you thought this was? Nah, she didn't really say all of this, but I'm just saying that's the energy that I kind of got from her, right? So Ramona sat down in front of her and was like, listen, me and you face to face, you know, don't worry about everybody else. When me and you face to face, I already told you when we was on the plane, like, I admire you. I think that you are great. You're smart. You're, you know, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was giving her praise, whatever. She was like, I just heard something through the grapevine about you. And then once I actually sat down, talked with you, I realized that that wasn't true, and my opinion changed of you. And I thought it was so freaking amazing how they just did not, it didn't seem like they edited the conversation, but if they did, they did a great job, because it's still, I loved how she just, you know, got that message across to her. Because like I said, I watched the Real Housewives of Potomac. So you know, ain't nothing like that going on over there, okay? It's like Especially not right now. They're on a part 2 reunion, okay? And just saying. So, you know, everybody starts having a good time. Everybody's dancing, everybody's laughing, everybody's chilling. So we get back to the house. And now Ramona and Kyle are having like a heartfelt conversation. And Kyle is basically letting her know that, you know, I've never really had great self-esteem when it came to my body. Like, she was saying how she just always looked at herself and felt like she was fat. And I just love Ramona in this moment, because like, she was letting her know, like, girl, what? You fat? Girl, quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Are you serious? You look great. And I love how at the end of their conversation, she was telling her, she was like, listen, I hope that being around us and we loving on you and supporting you, you know, you'll slowly, every day that we hear, start to show more and more of your body, you know. And, you know, Kyle was like, you know, I'll think about it. I'll take that in consideration, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Ron was like, great, love you, bye, okay, good night, I'll see you tomorrow. You know, and that, like, conversation was so freaking beautiful. It was like, wow, that was a nice touch on this episode. Now, when they previewed the next episode, this is when they were sitting down. It looks like with, I don't want to say with husbands, but it kind of seems like that. And they weren't trying to, because the guy that Ramona, you know, she be flirting with, he was like, you know, wow, it seems like you guys really like each other. I didn't expect this. And then Kenya was like, nah, because on the boat, when we was on the yacht, oh my God. Right? And Ramona the whole time was like, can we just leave that in the past? Can we just leave that in the past? Can we leave it back there? Like, we don't have to bring that right here in this moment. You know what I'm saying? And that was episode 1, y'all. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to get this Peacock subscription so I can watch episodes 2 and 3, because I'm keeping up with this, okay? The episode sold me, honey, okay? So like I said, I'm gonna get the subscription, and I will see y'all on episode 2.